Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to Worth Guitars. I hope everything's going good for you out there in the world. And, you're doing what you got to do. So, after some reflection and some misconception, I've decided to take another direction and hold off on doing the mortise, the dovetail for the body, and put the back on. I had in my head, it would be easier to do it with a mortise and tenon. You could get to the bolts. I don't need to get to the bolts because there are none. This is a dovetail joint. So I'm going to go ahead and back away from this for a minute. I finally got the templates that you need for doing the mortise and tenon, not mortise and tenon, the dovetail joint. The mortise and tenon I had already. The dovetail joint though, and it took me a while to get them because LMI didn't want to sell me just a set of templates because they wanted to make sure that all the people that bought the neck jig had templates. Finally, I badgered them into selling me just the template because that's all I need. Because when I bought the jig, I bought the mortise and tenon because I figured that's what I was going to be doing. But you know what? I'm digging the thought of the dovetail joint. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. But first I'm going to glue on the back and I'm going to put the binding on. So we're going to go back to the body. The neck is in a place where it's pretty much ready to go. So let's get the body done. Let's glue this back on. And then I'm going to take and make a little jig, a fixture, to hold this thing sideways on my bench so that I can do both sides of the neck and the body at the same time, because as it is, you can only do one side because you see it hangs down below the bench surface. And you want to be able to set up both the mortise, let's just call it the mortise, and the tenon. It is essentially, but it's a dovetail, on each side, and do them simultaneously so you don't have to do a bunch of goofy unclamp and moving around. Just do it efficiently, right? That's really the best way to do anything, as efficiently as you possibly can. So that's what we're going to do. First we glue on the back, and then we work on the surface, the jig surface, so I can move it, shift it over. That's what we're at. That's what we're doing. That's what we're at. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing. Let's get to work. I'm glad you came back to watch. I'll be right back. Let me get my stuff set up. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I had a couple things I had to take care of before we started this adventure. And one of those things was I needed to put a little bit of side bracing in that I haven't done yet, because it helps tie the guitar together, the transference from the top and the bottom, and everything is solid. Plus, in case the guitar gets dropped and the side splits, it'll stay together. So I did that, and I cut the notches, and you've already seen me cut notches in the top, so you didn't even see that again, where it goes into the sides, you know what I mean? These little notches here. So, we got everything clean. We make sure that there's nothing underneath anything. Got our center lines marked. I want to make sure there's nothing poking the top, because the top is very soft and will very easily dent it. So we make that clean. Put that down there like this, and I just want to test it and see if it fits correctly. So just going to do a quick test. Make sure the center lines are lined up. Make sure everything fits where it's supposed to go. Everything appears to be working really well. Center lines look good. So what I want to do is just take this little template, or clamping caul, I should call it really, put it on there, and just put a couple of these bars in there to see where we're at. And you can see I did some holes in it. Can you see the holes? And what that does is help me find where to put the bar. So that helps me put the bar in and it doesn't slip around. And it puts the pressure exactly where I want it to be. And that's always good. I'm just gonna throw a few in here real quick, and that way I can test the fit. Make sure that it fits properly. Everybody's sitting down where it's supposed to be, and there's no weird empty spaces or open spaces along the joint. If you do not want, gotta have a good, clean, tight glue joint. All right. And everything is looking really good. Yes, everything looks good. I had to change shirts, it's getting hot. It's actually still 60 degrees here in Suffolk, Virginia. And it feels great. Well, there's one spot right here where it's not fitting quite right. See if I can get that to go down where it's supposed to be. Okay, that's not fitting right there. That brace is not fitting down in the guitar. And we can't have that. Okay, so let me fix that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just adjusted the end of the brace a little to give it a little room. And that worked out really well. So now I'm just gonna put the clamps back on it. Make sure the center's lined up. And try that again. And see where we're at. Good. That is good. This piece of plywood also keeps you from, especially if you're doing a top, from putting dents in it. Because these things have actually, these little rods actually have quite a bit of force pushing down on them. I need to get like a kitchen scale or something one day, put it on here and see what kind of weight it pushes down. Because I bet you it's quite a bit. Feels like it is. All right. Yeah, everything looks good. I say we put some glue on it and close up the box. Sounds solid. Let's do that. Let's glue it. It's exciting. Let's close the box up. Center this up a little bit, make sure we've got it in there. Everything feels good, everything looks good. Right. I'm gonna put some glue on this bad boy. Put her together. All right, where was I? Glue there. Some glue around here. Try not to be too sloppy. I've been listening to Mammoth WVH all day today. And what a great couple of albums they put out. I really like the second one. I listened to that one for most of the morning. I'm going to put a couple pieces of tape on there just to hold it in place. And that'll hold this piece of tape right here on the center line for me while I get the rest of it lined up. Makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Then we just want to make sure our center line is right here, because it's very important to keep the center on the center. And that is it. Right there. All of that is in where it needs to be. All of the braces are inside the box where they need to be. Okay, that's it. That's it right there. Line this up on the center. And away we go. Start clamping, Jed. Get the majority of it clamped down, and then we'll come back and fill in when we feel like we need it. But this will also help spread the clamp pressure around. That's a great thing about using the clamping ball. It helps spread the pressure. Let me take a quick peek in there and see if everything is still where it's supposed to be. Looks like it is. Nobody's poking up or poking out. Whew, that's good. Been a long day. Starting to get tired. All right, let's just finish her up. We'll call it a day, and then we'll do the binding. And then we'll start thinking about doing the neck joint. Let's get this body done first. Another thing this little template does is it gives you a visual of where your clamps are so that you can keep your pressure even around it. You see this one's here, that one needs to go there, and it just seems to, in my mind, give you a better visual of what you're doing. You can try to keep your clamping pressure right. I feel like it needs one there. There's a bend right there. It will try to escape, just like that one. Oh. Yep, looks good. There's a little more pressure on it on the top right here because that has to bend down. It's because of the dome. Whereas it's a little flatter over here. Not as hard for it to, maintain connection. Bird cage. How are we looking up here? Oh man, this looks good. Looks really good. A momentous occasion. The closing of the box. For Philip Herder's 0028. The 12 fret model. I have two more. And let's see. That looks really good right there. Oh, that's looking good. I can just kind of randomly throw it in there, and I think I'll do these here. Just because, again, there's a little more pressure up here. And I need to buy some more of these rods. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6. Yep, 8 more. That'll give me one for each little hole. I think we got plenty of clamp pressure here though. Everything feels good. I don't feel anything lifting. When I pull up on it, it feels like it's got plenty of pressure on it. I think what I'm going to do is just move that one out of the hole and spread that pressure right there a little bit. Same with this one, just spread the pressure out a little more evenly. And that, my friends, is the closing of the box. I think we're good. Okay, here we go, guys. Got her closed up. Let me move the camera and I'll be right back with you. Hang on. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I thought I was going to have time to do my little fixture here. I'll do that on a different video, or we'll just see it whenever it gets done. But I've run out of time for today. Lots of other projects today to do. But we are on the way now to having that guitar box done. As soon as that comes out of the clamps, I can flush trim that, and then we can start with the binding. And just on a simple blood wood binding, nice dark red color all the way around the top and bottom. I'm going to do a decorative end cap with probably some wings on it. That's going to take a little bit of time, so we still got some more stuff to do on the 0028. But now that our templates are here that we got from LMI, we're on our way now to really finishing this thing up. We have all of the major pieces here. We're going to do a little decorating, you know, for the cake, and we're going to keep moving on. So like always, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing and hitting the old thumbs up button. You know what all these YouTube guys say. All right, you guys be good to each other out there. I'm going to go do some other stuff. Peace. Bye now. See ya. Can't leave that. That's got to go. Okay, there we go. A little house cleaning. Okay, now we're done. See you guys.